There are places in the world that you don't ever see or hear about. Places where the poor have no voice, where there are no roads, where a doctor visits a village once every 2 or 3 months or less. In this place, a very lucky man has a parcel of land to farm with a hoe and a machete, nothing more. If his crops fail, his family may starve. In this place, a man's children are his life. They are his future. There are no retirement accounts, and he will live only half as long as you. Missionaries and volunteers must spend many long hours walking in extremely difficult conditions. Supplies must be carried on the backs of people or mules, slowing the work and limiting how far that work will reach. Here, if a man's wife is sick, he must leave his children and carry her to the nearest road, sometimes a great distance where there is no assurance of transportation even at that point. Even when a pickup truck can be found, it takes long hours or days of punishing roads to reach even the most basic medical care. Great Commission Air seeks to fulfill 2 basic and very important Christian mandates: the Great Commission and helping those in need. We work to extend the reach of the gospel by providing transportation to missionaries working hard in roadless villages. We help those in need by providing emergency medical transport and by bringing in various Christian aid workers to our neighbors, the poor and voiceless in this remote place. We know of no greater joy than to be a tool in the hands of God and to be the ones that help answer the prayers of those in desperate need. Over the last year, Great Commission Air has transported 121 medical patients, mostly emergencies, from tiny village airstrips scattered throughout the lowlands and mountains. We have provided transport for over 150 volunteers, skilled doctors, nurses, teachers, and others who have limited time, but a love for the poor and a lot of willingness to serve. Our flights have allowed them to do their work in the most remote villages without spending days on the roads, trails, or rivers. We have made over 130 mission worker flights, enabling dozens to serve Christ and to be much more effective in the most remote places. You may ask, how can I be part of this life-saving ministry? The answer is that you must let the love of God working in your own heart move you. Then consider that for hundreds of people, this service means life itself. By extension, you can help thousands.
For those of you who somehow got the notion that my job was in some respects glamorous, this is how the end of my day frequently is. After I tie down a plane, climb out. It's at 90 degrees out here or so in the sun. I have to go over to the rain barrel and get water, if there is any water, and load up my little water squirter bottle and wash the cow manure off the flaps and the tail of the airplane. So, a little bit of sweat, a little bit of drippy water with cow manure in it. Clean plane. It's all part of the job. Chief pilot. Field director. Cameraman. Executive director. And manure cleaner. We got a pretty light dusting today. There have been days when this plane has really been covered with it, you know. There. It looks much better. Oh. Now I have to go carry fuel from the bodega and put it in the plane. This is the same fuel I carried from the plane a few days ago and put in the bodega. We do have a lot of fun. I just wish I had somebody here I could train. Oh, speaking of which, if you're intrigued by the possibilities of a glamorous job as a missionary pilot, I'd like to suggest that you give us a call. We're looking for a few good trainees, and especially if you're an A&P and know how to clean an airplane. We'd really like to talk to you. Seriously though, we do want to train a couple of pilots to operate in this area. It's not easy, it's not clean, and it's not glamorous, but it's a good use of time, it's a good use of avgas. And if you have a love for the Lord and are somebody really committed to helping other people, and you have a lot of skills flying, we're looking for somebody with about 500 hours minimum, a commercial license, an instrument ticket, and a multi-engine rating, because we're flying the Cessna 336 now, so a multi-engine rating is going to be a requirement. Experience flying complex aircraft, maybe 206 would be a big advantage. So let me know. I'm hoping that by this summer we'll have one guy or two guys at the most this year that we can kind of show the ropes. We're not expecting people to necessarily stay forever, but we would like people who could help maybe pay their own way, hopefully, and we'll stick to the job at hand for GCA or for other missionary organizations. But please do consider the possibility if you're in a position to do so. Thanks very much.